AITA for taking my legal inheritance from stepmom. I, 29, have recently lost dad to a terminal brain tumor. Given 6 to 12 months to live, he wasted away to nothing, lost his ability to read, walk, eat solid food, or go to the loo, and were very confused. We were losing a piece of him every day, grieving before we'd lost him. Dad lived abroad with stepmom Jenny and our sister's teens. Bro, 27, flew out when he could, and I worked overtime to see him. I worked 7 days a week to pay for a simple wedding so Dad could come. 4 weeks before wedding, Dad told he can't fly. Fiancé offers to drive several thousand miles to pick Dad up, but he's too ill. Bro filmed the wedding, and I flew out after with the tape to see Dad. Bro spent his last Christmas with him. We flew out for his funeral and many times after to see Jenny and our sisters. We'd never got on with Jenny, but his cancer brought us together to realize what was important, or so I thought. Jenny was our stepmom since we were 10 and 8. She'd slag off mom and be nasty to bro. I'd defend bro. Dad stayed away as hated conflict. I disliked Jenny even when I left home. When she met my now husband but then BF of 6 months, she spent 2 hours telling him how awful I was. I couldn't say anything, as in a foreign country with nowhere else to go. When Dad got ill, we supported and cared for him and each other until now. A company contacts me regarding Dad's will. Jenny told me he didn't have a will, and I never questioned her getting everything as they were married. I asked Jenny for a copy and no response. Brother calls me, confused and upset. He'd called Jenny to ask what was going on with the will, pension. They spoke nicely for 50 minutes, but when he asks, Jenny flips and screeches, "Don't you dare try to make a claim, you will ruin this family. I'll have to get a job sooner." Jenny didn't work, understandably, when Dad was ill, but he died over a year ago and she hasn't worked since. Our sisters are independent. They cook, walk to school, and have a key. She could work if she wanted to, and did full-time before Dad was ill. Jenny messages calling us greedy. Say how traumatic Dad's illness was for her and our sisters, as if it wasn't for us, and that if we took the money we're stealing, that as adult children it's odd to think we're entitled to anything from Dad. I nearly cry when I see her message. Bro says this whole situation is odd and believes Jenny is hiding our inheritance. Still haven't seen the will, so don't know if we have been left anything. If Jenny had come to us and asked for our inheritance if she was struggling, we would have helped. But all the lying, there's no will and you're not in it, and then not showing us the will makes me want to know what she's hiding. I find out that where Dad died, all children are legally entitled to a share of his estate no matter what the will says. AITA if we claim what is ours in the will. AITA if we claim the share of Dad's estate for us and our sisters. I promised Dad as the eldest that I'd look after my siblings.